today she got up so early. Where's my stand? Your girl get up so early today. I'm giving thanks. We went to bed early last night, family. You want something to eat? Okay, I'm gonna get you it right now. We went to bed so early last night, family. So early. So I got up this morning, get myself ready, and I was checking out a few videos this morning, and then I decided to get on here, and say thank God for life. I am well. I am up. Today is a new chapter. Today is a new day, and I'm grateful and I am thankful for life. I'm thankful for everything that comes around me, every single thing. You know what I mean? So I got up early this morning because we went to bed early last night. So getting up early to see what's up. You know what I mean? Very important to always. When I go to bed early, you see, you get up early. I rise up early this morning. What is song I would say? I rise up like the day, so I rise up, and I'm grateful for that. So good morning. Okay. Good morning, family. Get up, brush my teeth, and I eat one. My son yesterday was telling me that my bathroom was clogged. They don't know what they're pouring, so I get up and I let it sit overnight, take care of it, and let it sit. And now it's fine. So I'm here to make him some breakfast. This big one is going on a trip, so I gotta get him some breakfast. Ready? So good morning, family. Good morning. Your girl is here. Today is a new day. I woke up. It's life. I have life. I have health. I have strength. I have everything. Enjoy with Naomi. Good morning. How are you? Greetings. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I get up this morning and I got up very early this morning and give God thanks and praise. Thank you so much. Enjoy with Naomi. Thank you so much. So very much. Make sure everything is right. Papa. And I got up this morning and I was doing a whole lot of catching up. Well, not a whole lot of catching up, but I was just going around because, nowadays I don't really see notification no matter how you have it on. Enzo, he said, grab the camera for Lemar edit. I see that going around, so I am aware of that. All right. So good morning. Well, actually, I'm grabbing the camera right now, so that's why I'm on live. So good morning. How you guys are doing? Good afternoon. You say have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Enjoy with Naomi. Joshua say hello. Do you do no? Hell no. God forbid. I don't tangle up myself in wrongdoings. Nope. 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 No, darling. No. This angel said, so can you grab the camera? I'm on the camera. I already grabbed the camera. I just grabbed the camera to come on here and say good morning to everyone. Good morning. How are you guys doing? It's too early now for you to grab the camera for someone. You get up and say thank you, Lord, for health. Thank you, Lord, for strength. You wake up and say another day. That's what you get up and say thank you for. You don't say get up and say grab the camera for somebody. You get up and the first thing you do is give God thanks and praise for your life. No, Joshua, don't shake it. I'm about to make me a bottle of feed. That's all I'm gonna shake a bottle of feed for my baby. I don't shake it. But greetings, good morning to everyone. Early risers, good morning. Good morning, good morning. You said nice, enjoy with them. Yes. When we wake up, we have to give God thanks. Thanks for life, for everything, because He's the head of your life, no matter how life is, no matter how things are playing out in your life, no matter what is attacking you, no matter what is strengthening him, trying to destroy you, you know what I mean? He said, nigga, say, good morning. Dahlia say, hi. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Say, your videos are so nice and beautiful. Oh, thank you, Enjoy with Naomi. I appreciate. Sometimes they are right, sometimes they're not. I ain't going to take credit for always, sometimes they're good, sometimes where they at. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You want to marry me, Josh? You planning on marrying me? You know, so I ain't gonna take credit cards all the time. Sometimes you're like, diarrhea, Pepto Bismol. Sometimes what kind of Pepto Bismol is this? But it's life, you know. At least I know how to balance myself, you know, because it's not easy when you're a single woman and in balance and working on balancing your life. It's never easy, okay? Balancing with children and all of that. So yeah, he said, give me a shout out, just like and subscribe. Dahlia A say, greetings, bless up yourself, Dahlia A, and thank you. He said, like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Bless up yourself, all right? Thank you all so much, and thanks to each and everyone for their support. You know, thank you guys so very much. And I just recently gained another milestone in my roller coaster journey of YouTube. And when I say roller coaster journey, I mean I talk about things, I dance, I cook, I do everything. You know what I mean? I'm a girl of many hats. You know what I mean? So bless up yourself, Dahlia A. I hope I'm saying it correctly. Because then that would be the worst shout out if you mess up somebody's name. And I'm not good with names. I am not good with names. You mess up somebody's name, is like a little kid say, but that's not my name. Well, you know what I mean? But I appreciate each and every one. You say, how do you do live? Make video that you're making right now. You say, how do you do live? Make a video that you're making right now. Dahlia, I'm trying to understand your question. I just turn the camera on and come on live because my phone is full, so I can make. I love my short, and to all my people who always watch my short, don't worry, I'm working. When I get another phone, then I can go back now and do what I gotta do. Plus, my phone is cracked and everything, so it's just a roller coaster. But when I get it, you know, or so forth. Just say, do you like broke men? What's wrong with broke men? What are you broke with? What are you broke with? Your mental health, money. What are you broke with? You know, broken men come in different forms, you know. You know, just have to mean that you don't have no money in your pocket. Because you can still have money in your pocket, but overall your well-being is broken. So you gotta bear that in mind. Broken men can be a broad topic. I mean, he say, how are you? Greetings, hi. Enjoy with Naomi say, are you making anything? Oh yes, I'm making baby food right now. I'm making my baby food. Anytime I get up in the morning, first thing I do, go use the bathroom, give God thanks first, then go use the bathroom, and then go get my baby cereal right now. He said, I don't have money and I need love. Oh, you don't have money and you need love. That's all right. Keep working. You will find it. Keep working. And many men don't have money out there, but they find love. It's not about, it's how you treat people. If you treat people good and somebody want to see you and love you for who you are, it's about people loving you for who you are. Money don't make you love somebody. Money make you hurt. You know what I mean? So you have to think about it that way. So good morning, Amins. Good morning to everyone, you know. You can broke and have all the good qualities of a man and what a woman looking for and everything, you know. And you're a good person and everything, and the Lord will make a way for you, you know. It's late at night for you. No, it's morning for me right now. It's early morning. I tell you, it's actually 5:22, so it's early. But I have to get up because one of my son going on a trip today. So you know what I mean? Stay true to yourself. If you're broke, stay true to yourself. Keep writing on, doing your little journal, writing on what you want to achieve until you say if you no longer want to be broke in your life. You know what I mean? Broke is not a crime. It may look like a crime, but it's not a crime. You just don't have it, you know? Well, you think you don't have broke woman too? You think it's only broke man out there? You think it's only broke men out there, eh? We have all kind of something out in this world. That's why I say I am very picky when it comes to women. Yeah, likewise, I'm very picky too. I'm very picky, but they used to have a saying, say you're going to pick till you pick up. I grew up as a child and they say you go pick till you pick up something else, you know? And I'm like, wow. You know, sometimes when we too choicy, we pick and pick up the wrong thing. Sometimes when we too choicy, you know what I mean? It's good to have choice, but sometimes when we too choicy, we definitely pick up something wrong. We thinking at first that it's good. Yeah. You know, everything good doesn't mean it's good. And everything look good means say it's good, you know? It's our saying, say you pick till you pick up. Dahlia say, give me one more shout out. I just like and subscribe. Hey, Dahlia, you know, Dahlia, shout out to Dahlia. All right, Josh, you say, I love your advice. Yes, man. You know, don't look up. Listen, all of us on this planet, circumstance not going to be the same. You hear me? It's not going to be the same, you know? And if you're good with your hands, use your hand make fashion. If you can cook and you can get a license, get your license, go sell food, go do something, you know what I mean? So you're welcome, Josh. Eh? You know, many times we're looking at because of how society view life back then, that you can't this, you can't that. You know, many people I know take up people in life are right now because they had a mission and a vision and they make it together in life. And before, when they started out, they're like a broken person, but now they are rich. You know what I mean? So it's all about who respect you, who love you, who you love, and that person love you back. You know, it's all about that. You know, if you know how many times, sometimes you see your parents, if for those of you have their mother and father live in the house, and sometimes the poor mother is a home stay-at-home mom, and the dad is the only one work. Should that dad call the woman a broken woman? No, but the woman is at home taking care of his children that he and her created. You see what I'm saying? So it's the way we look at life. You know, when we judge life, then if we judge people wrongfully, sometimes you judge people wrongfully, you know, but that doesn't mean that's the end of their story, you know. You say you're a wise woman. Thank you so much. You say I pray I get a woman that as wise as you one day. Just you see, you have to just pray for what you want. You know, you have to pray for what you want. I've seen people come around me a lot of times, feel broken and everything, and I uplift them in a way to show them, hey, you know, your story don't have to define you for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? I know they're working in medical field and all these things, working with big heads. And first they were broken. They didn't have a dime, but now they're working. I remember one time I run short and I was able to call that person and say, hey, can you give me a few dollars? Because when they were down, I didn't judge them. I didn't look down at them. And then when I went down, I was able to call that person and say, hey, could you send me $2? Could you send me $3? They didn't hesitate. You know what I mean? It's how if you judge people, then you're going to judge yourself too. My name is pronounced Dalia. Dalela. I hope. You know what I mean? So we don't need to look at somebody when they're broken if we can't help them, you know, because that's not solution when somebody broken and you're judging them. They already being judged by their own self. You know, because when you're literally at the brink of giving up in life, you are on the edge of what is going on with you. You know what I mean? So the last thing you want is somebody now with judgment to judge you. No. They're not. I'm not Jesus. I leave that to Jesus. You are an angel in human form. Oh, thank you, thank you. You know, because you know you can't have it today, and tomorrow you don't have it. That is life. You know what I mean? So we don't need to judge. We just need if we can offer advice, encouragement, motivation, or something to somebody and let them know, hey, it's not the end of the world. Don't look at your life as, oh, because I'm broke or I'm poor or this. You're going to tell yourself so you're poor for the rest of your life. You're going to tell yourself you're broke for the rest of your life, then you will broke because you call it down in you. If you tell yourself that, you know what, no. Dalia, Dalela. Is it Dalela? Because you see this big old, are you crying? I don't know that emoji. Yeah. Say it one more time. No, you funny now. You funny now. You want, oh, I don't got no milk. I run out of milk. Lord have mercy. So I'm doing cereal with granola. Adding granola to the cereal. Oh man. I ain't saying that name no more. Cause it seems like I'm making laugh after. I don't mind. Hey. So don't look at your situation today and just use it to embed your life, because that's not the final pathway for your life. You understand? Your circumstances now doesn't mean that it's going to define it for the rest of your life unless you allow it to. You know what I mean? I remember when I was much younger, and I had a friend and we were living, and things get rough. With gas finish, and things get so tough. And it was coming down to a Christmas holiday. Your baby have a good mother. Thank you, Josh. And things come down tough for the holiday. At this time, I didn't have no children yet, though. But things come down so rough and everything. And both of us couldn't even clap our hands together because I can't clap, this person can't clap. But you know what we had? We had faith in each other. We believe in each other, and we tell ourselves, we sat down, we have discussion, we have conversation, and say, hey, this is just for only a few moments, you know? I wish I could tell you my voice revealed. Oh, oh, thank you. But you know what? I can always use Google one of these days and find your name. You know, Dahlia, Dahlia, you know, whatever, Dahlia, you know, Dahlia. I can find you, type in your name in Google and say how you pronounce this, and they will tell you. So that's the beautiful part of it. And I was saying, gas was finishing coming down to Christmas, and things was so rough that year because we normally do Christmas gift to give to other people who were less fortunate at the time and everything. But things fall short for us one Christmas. You know, we always make sure every family member, they would buy them a gift that who couldn't afford to get a gift for themselves for Christmas or so. We would surprise them with gifts, like buy the gifts, wrap their gift, their name on it, and give it to them. And then one Christmas we couldn't even do nothing for ourselves. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I understand. But thank God for Google, we can help out. You know what I mean. So yeah, and we were there at the house and we had a discussion and say, you know what? No, no more, no more, no more. We're not gonna do that no more. You know what I mean? And we catch ourselves up and we go off, branch off. Who don't go to a part-time trade school, go to college, who don't go to college, go here, do this, do that. So I'm just telling you, don't let your story define you. You know, yesterday was yesterday, but today is today. You know what I mean? Every day you give you 7 days of the week doesn't mean we have to pour for the 7 days. You know, it's like today you broke because you don't get paid, but tomorrow you might have some money. You see what I'm saying? Because you get paid tomorrow or something. You know, you're just a weird individual. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. No, don't be so mean on the internet with each other. Be nice, you know what I mean? Be nice. Be very nice to each other. It's early here for me. Be nice. They said the Lord give it and the Lord take it, you know. I'm here making some cereal because in a few I'm gonna have to make some snacks because my son is going on a trip today and we're getting a ride to go on the road. So if my car is down, I gotta risk it today to go drop it off today. So they told me to carry it in today, so because the person who I was depending on to come and fix it for me, they didn't come. So I gotta go drop it off myself. And I gotta go with the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, you know. So never let your problem get you down, you know what I mean? There's no need to make you mad, man. Be nice to each other. Be nice. This internet is a new way of communicating now. You don't need to be all mad all the time, you know, or attacking each other on the internet. You can say what's on your mind, but you don't have to be mad at each other. You say be happy. Yeah, man, be happy. This is so hot. I gotta cool it down. Well, good morning to one and all. Good morning. Today's what, Thursday, and it's a new month we're in. It is Thursday. I don't have a lot of milk, so I'm gonna add some water, and it's already sweet, so I have condensed milk, but because this is too sweet, there's no need for me to add more milk. Condensed milk, because the condensed milk is gonna make it sweet. So I'm just cooling it down right now. One of these days, my car is not driving, and the place that I can go get the curry goat is not close by me. But anytime I go, anytime my car get fixed, and then I go there, then I will buy some curry goat, because a few people be asking me, when am I going to make some more curry goat? So then I will be making it. Yeah. So right now I am carless, walking, riding, hurting up my behind. Okay, this is good. So I gotta go feed my son. Ooh, the little one finishes bottle. The little one finishes bottle. Look, he finishes bottle. Okay, I'll show you. I'll show you when I'm cooking, and I have a few cooking videos up there. I probably need to I'll show you when I'm cooking it. When I get the curry goat, I can show you. I can show you when I get the curry goat, okay? I'm not afraid to show you my way of cooking my curry goat. Everybody always have a little twist on how they do their curry goat. Everybody. And if everyone little seasoning difference.
All right, back out here live, and until all of this is fixed, they are asking drivers to take detours on Michigan Avenue and Ecorse Road.
Wow.
We're here live.
Is that the side street?
I'm Ryan Marshall for 7 News Detroit this morning.
Wow.
Ryan, thank you for that live update.
Well.
Detroit police have turned the investigation of a triple shooting at a park over to Wayne County.
It's a lot going on the DDOT bus over here. Somebody get shot on a DDOT bus over here. You know, the public transportation. I would love to try your food. Oh, well, don't worry. Don't worry, you will try it when I cook it over on the internet. You say, yum yum. You don't know how it tastes, but I'll tell you how it tastes. He says, show us how to cook. I know how to cook. Okay, well, how about each other show us how to cook? If you have a channel, you could show me how you cook your food. If you want me to cook something, you send me the ingredients that you send me the stuff you want me to use or so, and I could try that, and cook. People is dying all over the place, yes. But on a bus, can you imagine public transportation? He say, I am 8 years old. You 8 and you up now? What time is it by you? Well, it's early morning though. What time is it by you? You wake early. What time is it? You don't go to bed?
Measles. 2 cases in 2025. 2 counties that are reporting outbreaks. They are
measles outbreak. Wow.
4 cases in total. All of them linked to the.
Yeah, I love soup. Soup is my favorite. Soup is my favorite. What time is it by you? It's 4:36 a.m. by you, and it's 5:36 by me. So you're in the central time zone. You should get some rest, man. Little kids need rest. Very important to get rest. Because then you will ruin your rest of your day when you don't get rest. Because you will be, when mommy or daddy want to take you somewhere, whosoever you live with, they can't take you because you're so tired. You're so tired they can't take you. You know what I mean? I'm going to try to feed my son. You say, I am in St. Louis, so can you sing me a sleepy song? Oh man, I can't even sing my song. He's singing, twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how wonder what you are. I guess I need to sing it more softly. You say, I am tired. That's not a little girl. He said, that's not a little girl. You can't tell if that's not a little girl. He said, who's not a little girl? She can be a little girl. You just have to get your rest, baby, you know? Because when your parents want to take you out or you want to go out and chill and go out like some fun activities because I know it's the summer now. You won't be able to enjoy because you're tired. Oh, mom, I want to go home. Because you're not getting rest. Rest is important. I believe in rest because last night I was gonna go live, and then I came home and the kids and we were downstairs, and we after I picked them up and then we went and got some food and everything, and then my son said, "Mommy, I want to picnic outside the car." Potato, yes, baby, the shade, you know. And then I had to stay there and eat and everything, and then after that they left me and went upstairs, and then when they left and come upstairs, and they said, "Oh, mommy, I want to go upstairs." They want to go upstairs to go play on the phone, on the tablet. You said not that song, but I sing so beautiful. Well, let me sing you another one. Jesus loved the little children, all the children of the world. Red and yellow, black and white, all the precious in his sight. Jesus loved the little children of the world. So I hope that one put you to sleep. Here you go. You go say, not that one. Yeah. So good morning to each and everyone. Early risers, good morning. But little ones get some rest, Get some rest. I think normally little ones just wake up. Well, sometimes my little baby, once he go to bed, he wake up back by 6 o'clock. I think I ever seen him wake up one morning at around 5 o'clock. But typically he wake sometime at 6 or so. Oh, you say yes, that song. Oh, okay. Well, Jesus loved all his little children, all the little children of the world. Say black and yellow, red and white, all the precious in his sight. Jesus loved the little children of the world. Move your hand, baby. Move your hand. He say I'm falling asleep. Okay, that's good. Yeah, man, get some rest. Rest is important, very much important. Especially when you're young, you get all your rest because when you grow older like me, and you have your children and you gotta work and do all these things, you won't get much sleep because you have so many things to do, you know. And even if you're not working, you just do being around the house alone is enough work for you. Just not giving you a paycheck. You see what I'm saying? You can overwork yourself same way even if you don't have a 9 to 5. Cause just being in the house, you're cleaning up, you're rearranging, you're cooking, you're cleaning, you're spending time with your children or your family, or so it can be enough. So get some rest, young ones. Get some rest. Joshua say, how our kids made? Joshua, we're not gonna tell you how our kids made. We're not gonna tell you that, Joshua. Kids are made by Jesus. Kids are made by Jesus, okay? He put two union together and they form children. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. When you grow old, because I don't know how old you are asking these questions, so we won't discuss it. But when you grow old, we won't go into all of that. You just know that children were formed by God, and He put two beautiful people together to form those children, to bear his burdens and carry the children in this world. Okay, and that's why we are here. And here we are, as the songwriter they say, here we are in His presence. Here we are now, and then we grow up and have to live our life, and then farm again. We always farming. Okay, we always forming by the two people God put together. Whether part-time, full-time, all the times, sometimes you're breaking up. Sometimes people do break up after having children, or so they realize, oh, that's not what I really wanted. I thought that's what I want, but that's not what I really wanted, you know what I mean? And sometimes they have walk away to catch themselves. Josh, I never say that, Josh. He said, my leg hurts so much when I lay down. I'm literally laying down. I am so sleepy. You need to probably elevate your legs on maybe lay down and put your legs up on something so you can elevate so your blood flow can circulate back. Because if you stand on your feet for long hours or so forth, that can cause you to have poor circulation. So you want to elevate your foot up high so that you can the blood flow can help circulate back all over. So it don't all jumble up down there. And if it's something happening to you all the time, then you might have to check that out because that means you could have kidney problem. If you're swollen foot or so forth. So you'd want to have to check that out. Joshua, we're not being sarcastic. It's a keep stretching my leg and it hurts so much. Or you have something to rub it. Get some, you have pain meds or so. Pain rubs. And rub it. Or they are compressed socks. You can get compressed socks. Oh, well, you're just getting into exercising or so. You start exercising. You know, when you just start exercising for the first time or so forth, your legs are gonna feel pained up. They're gonna hurt so bad. You know, like yesterday I rode my bike, and when I rode my bike yesterday, I rode for long hours yesterday, and I'm telling you, my AZ still hurt from all that sitting down, and I have to ride so far. Yesterday I rode very far yesterday, you know, and the next day when I got up, I'm still feeling the pain. Joshua, why you call out Dahlia business, you know? They said Dahlia is not 8 years old with bad feet. You'll be surprised. Because if you stand for long hours or hang your foot down for long hours, let's say you're sitting in a chair and you sat there for long hours and your feet hang down, no blood flow, not going up and down. Yeah, you can have, your feet can hurt. You know. So good morning to everyone. Greetings to everyone. And wherever you are, we are here. We are here. Coming to you live. But when I get up in the morning time, I make sure I get the kids them their first meal of the day, which is their cereal. And I start to put granola in their cereal. You see, I'm 8 years old. I thought you said you were going to go to rest. You're tired, Dahlia. Dahlia. I thought you said you were tired. You were going to get some rest. Yeah. Well, it's good when you can rise early, as long as you can maintain the rest of the day. Are you going to take a quick nap in the day? Do you take naps in the day? Joshua said Dahlia is 8 years old with a 60-year-old body. Listen, I'm not 60 and sometimes I feel so much pain. I am not 60 and sometimes I feel some pain. What are you talking about? We were made to feel pain sometimes. He said, but Josh was being mean and said that I was not 8 years old. Yeah, but as long as you know your age, you don't have to prove it to no one. You understand? Dahlia, as long as you know your age and you know if that's your age and you know your age, you don't have to worry, you know, because he want to try and mess with you. You know, that's how people pull our legs. Sometimes they will say something because they know we're going to answer them, or they know they want some attention or so, and then they say something to us and then they know we're going to answer. So they're going to keep saying it until we answer them. You know? Like yesterday I was on my live and I was telling you that I know I have this lady keeping my kids and she always asking me some inappropriate questions and so forth. And yesterday I had to, you know, rude to her. Well, not say rude to her, but, you know, I had to really let her know, you know, I'm grown. You don't need to ask me all those questions. You said, can you sing happy early birthday to me? And my birthday is in October. You are hilarious. Look, we're in the month of July, first week of July. And then you go have August, September, October. Well, yeah, 3 months, 3 more months to go. And you say, I must sing you early happy birthday. Man, let me charge my voice. Start charging per song. Joshua said, no, Joshua. Joshua said, charging per song. Maybe if I had a music in place, I would probably do that, but not here. Oh my God. So, Joshua, help me sing happy birthday to Dahlia, okay? Come on, Joshua, don't be mean now. Let me hear you sing happy birthday. Type in happy birthday in the chat for Dahlia. Early happy October. So we're going to sing. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Dahlia. Happy birthday. Early birthday. Early birthday. I can't even sing early birthday improperly. Early birthday to Dahlia. Dahlia is about to be 8 in October. She want me to sing happy birthday, happy early birthday. My birthday is 3 months away and I'm singing happy birthday right now. Or 4 months away because you're just in the new month. So happy early birthday to you. And if you want anyone celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you all. He said, how old are you? Me? I am very old. I am very old and proud of being very old. I don't look old, but I'm proud of being very old. Say happy birthday. Oh my goodness, Joshua. Stop being so mean. Happy birthday. One of my baby is COVID baby. So don't be so mean. My little baby is born in the COVID. So don't be so mean. It's a happy birthday, COVID baby. That's all right. That's all right. We understand COVID fast and gone, I hope. Yeah. Joshua, you're so funny, Joshua. Are you a comedian, Joshua? You sound like a comedian. You understand? I have a son that born in COVID, so I trust me, I understand that part. I understand that very much. I ain't mad at you, I understand. I got a baby born in COVID, but I understand. There you go. Yes, so good morning to you, and how do you do? Good morning. Darling, I'm not COVID, baby. Say God bless you and your baby. Yes, thank you, Josh. Yes. Dahlia, don't worry. I have a baby and he was born in COVID, right in the height of COVID. Don't worry, Dahlia. We'll be fine. You know? I say, as long as you know what you are, you don't have to worry. You know? As the song say, twinkle, twinkle, little star, I wonder what you are. You know, as long as you know who you are, you know what I mean? Just stay true to yourself. That's all that matters, you know? Because when I have my baby in the COVID also, I've seen a lot of kids within that time frame, they wasn't even talking much, you know, like they should talk. And then all of a sudden they start talking. Now you want to tell them to close their lip, but you can't because you were telling them, oh, when you going to talk, when you going to talk. So now they're talking, okay? So there you go. He almost eat off his food. Yeah, so this is my routine when I get up in the morning time to feed them. But I got up early this morning. Early. Yeah, man. So blessings to everyone. Blessings. I got up early this morning. I'm giving thanks and praise. I got up, check a few channels out and everything. And you go to bed early. You get chance to wake up early and can get some things in while the kids are asleep and you're not up. He's now 3, he's about to be 4. One of them is about to, well, the one that have the born in COVID, he's about to be 4 next month. Yeah. Oh, you're smoking the yardie. Oh, okay. Don't sound like that, Dahlia. You say you're up smoking that thing there. It don't sound like, I don't sound like a girl up now smoking that. Don't sound like Dahlia. So Dahlia, what happened to your sleep? Your sleep went back up? You don't want to sleep again, Dahlia? Or you just elevating the legs so it don't hurt that much no more? Joshua, what do you mean you're a gangster? You just be careful, okay? Be careful. Oh, okay. Got you, Josh. Well, as long as you stay out of trouble, you're good. As long as you stay out of trouble, if it's just your way of saying what you want to say, but as long as you're not in no trouble and you're behaving yourself, you're being a good person, you're being a good citizen, you're good. You know what I mean? But then I say, as long as you're not portraying what your mouth is saying, you're good. Being a good law-abiding citizen. You say I didn't choose the street, the street chose me. Okay, understandable. Everything is just a matter of time. You can always get out the street. You know what I mean? You just have to keep working and telling yourself what you want to accomplish in life. You know what I mean? And keep working towards what you want to accomplish in life, and keep just stay out of trouble. You can still be in the street and work towards what you want to accomplish in life. Find training centers that are in your area that you can gain a skill. If you don't have a skill, you can find community groups where you can join community events. Volunteerism is also a good way of getting off the street and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because when you go into different places and volunteer and stuff like that, volunteer your time to help out like the homeless shelters and stuff like that, and help other people, and talk to young people if you're old enough, and help young people who are struggling or so in certain areas or so that you've been in, help them, talk to them. You give great advice. Thank you, Josh. Dali say, Josh, are you a grown up? I have my own apartment. Okay. For him to say the street to find him, he gotta be grown up now. Have some seem like you have some level of maturity there, So, cause you see, is what you do in the street. The street is there, but it's what you do with the street. You know what I mean? And we can be in the street doesn't mean we have to act like the street. You can be in the street and nobody even know you're in the street. It's like you're homeless, and you for whatever the reason may be, but you go to work, you still take care of your kids, you do what you gotta do, you still make sure you're happy same way. You know what I mean? So it's what you do with the street. You say, oh, you're a grown man. That's all right, Josh. As long as you stay out of trouble, Josh, that's all. You know what I mean? Being a good law-abiding citizen. All of us, whether we in the street or out the street, as long as we aim to be a good law-abiding citizen, we stay out of trouble, we're not putting ourselves in trouble. That's all that matter, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. Yeah. See, that's all we gotta do, I have a mind of your own. Because when you have a mind of your own, you can steer yourself out of whatever you're in. You know, the situation we're in that are making us uncomfortable sometimes, we can get out of it, you know. You know, and as I said, you can work with find different organizations that are out there that willing to help you get volunteerism in and all these things. I am not in being controlled by anyone. That's good, Josh. That's good. You know. But being in the street doesn't mean you have to act the street, you know. So sometimes it's just life, things happen in life sometime, and it just causes you to take a shift, you know what I mean? And then you just say, all right, then I'll just hit right here, you know. Dahlia, I thought you said you were 8. How you asking the man his personal business? Hey, Dahlia, I thought you said you were 8. How you asking this man his personal business? 8-year-old don't ask those questions. 8-year-old read their book. Chill. You know. In the street is what you make of the street, all right? Many times people look at people and they say, but they're in the street, doesn't mean they have to be in the street. Yeah, she asked grown up question and she said she 8. Hey, that's how you not good, you know. When you announce your age, you know, now everybody kind of skeptical now, you know, hold that over your head because they say, oh, I'm 8. Or I'm like, 8? You should be at your bed. You know what I mean? I'm like, and then asking grown up question, I'm like, no, that's PG 13. No, PG 40. You know what I mean? That's not, little girl don't ask those questions. Okay. He eat out most of it is just a little bit I have left up in here. Yeah, you can imagine and I take it. It's 6 o'clock over here, family. It's 6 o'clock where I am at. Here it's alarming. I set my phone to alarm and it's so loud when it's alarming. It's like no breaks. Yeah. So the bus over here, they had violence on the bus twice this week. Can you imagine you have public transportation and so many people have to take the bus like me now? You know? They say they're going to get it on the ramp. They're going to ramp up more security on the buses and stuff like that. So that's good. They're going to ramp up security. Because they need to. They need to because, you know, that's a lot of people means of transportation. Public means of transportation. So they need to. Yes, I get up and straighten up myself. Let me read the comment here. He said, Joshua said, little girl, it past your bedtime. Yes, Joshua, it past her bedtime. She gonna need to go get rest, you know. I was sitting on this leg and I'm old now. My leg get numb. My leg is so numb. Hey, I'm in the arena and my leg is so numb. He said, thank God I have a sports car. Well, that's good. You have a sports car so you can sport all around the street. Ow, my foot is numb, so now I don't got no sports leg. I just got my foot is numb. I was sitting on one leg for too long. Ooh. So I'm in here acting old right now. You know. You see, that's why we gotta be careful when we announce our age because then we're gonna hold it because we're gonna protect our children, you know what I mean? We're gonna protect our children on the internet. So once you tell us you're 8 or anything, we're gonna make sure we're protecting you. We're gonna ensure that you're not asking any inappropriate questions. We're not gonna say anything inappropriate if we should, you know, because we want to protect our little ones, you know, because they're the future. The songwriter say, I believe the children are the future. Teach them what and let them lead the way. Teach them all the things they possess inside. So we have to do all of that. So Dahlia, we're figuring that you're not a little girl. You're not no 8 anymore. But we're not gonna answer your question. You know, because you're 8, we're not gonna answer that question. We have to make sure What I mean answer about the question you had asked earlier. So we want to make sure we protect you. Protect you. Because even though it's the internet, you know, it can give you wild at times, you know. You say parents need to take the kids' phone, you know. Before they go to bed, you know, they have to put their phone up in my room before they go to bed. Yeah, man. Because this internet here, you know, you get wild at times. You want to protect the little ones, you know. You know, I try to be nobody's parents, but I got children, and the same way I want somebody to look out for my children, I have to look out for other people's kids, you know what I mean? And so, yeah. Well, we don't know their age, you know, anybody could be lying, but no matter if, as long as they tell you're young, that's all that matters. The internet soon become the new way of communication, so we have to make sure. You say, I am at home at my dad's house and I'm about to go back to my mom in 3 more days. Oh, okay. But you should get some rest though. Why you so up now? I know it's summer now and everything, but you up really early. You don't sleep. What time you go to bed? You know, for you to be up this early, you gotta go to bed probably what 5 o'clock. Because for me, I know my body gotta get a full 8 hour of sleep to recover. At least a full 8 hour or maybe like say 7 to 6 hours for my body to feel like, yeah, it's a body again. She probably may misheard that. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. You know, some kids when they spending time with their family and they gotta know that this the time is short. They want to spend all the time sit down. You know, I have people like that before. But you know, on the internet is another thing though. You know what I mean? Spending time is one thing, but on the internet can be another hassle right there. You know. You say your dad let you stop on the phone like, you know, man, that's not good. That's not good. And you're so young, 80-year-old, you're too young. You know, let me tell you something. It's when you're so young, well, we're just gonna say, cause you say you're 8. But when you're so young, you wanna enjoy your childhood. Because when you grow up and get old in a fair age group, or well, I don't tell you my age, but when you get young, I told you I have children, so I'm old enough. You know, but when you grew up up in our age group or more older up in age group or so all the years of what you did or so will affect you later, you know, the sleepless night, the lack of sleep. Now sometimes you go to a job, you can't hold on your job because you're in there sleeping tired. You say you miss your mom so much. Well, you say you're gonna see your mom, so that's good. I'm at my dad for a month. Oh, okay. Well, as long as you keep communicating with mommy, and you think mommy would be happy to know you up these hours on the internet, I don't think so. You see, you're about to be 9 years old, but I want you to get some rest, Dahlia. Go get some rest. You know, rest. So when you get up, you say you're at your dad spending time. So when you get up in the morning, you can get more time to spend with your dad. You know what I mean? If he have something planned for you, he driving you around. You don't have to be sleeping. You know, he want to take you to the park. You fall asleep. You know what I mean? So and rest is important. You know, a child need to get adequate rest. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yes, man. A child need to get adequate rest. Rest is very important. Right now, I have my son in activity, and as soon as he come home yesterday, they were playing with their Lego. They said, "Mommy, can I play with Legos?" I said, "Yes, but when you're done, you gotta put it back." And they play with the Lego because I took their Lego, the playroom, and put it in the living room, so that because they like to be by my side, so they can get to be right there with me, you know. And they play with the Lego till they fall asleep because they're tired, you know. They're tired because I put them in activity to keep them busy. Well, the big one to keep him busy. Because if you don't have anything to keep them busy, they go right on the phone. You know. Well, Dali, you should go get some rest, Dali. We don't want to run you off the internet because we can't do that, but we can tell you you should go get some rest. Rest is important, okay? Rest is very important like that. Because you see, when you rest, you come back bigger, better, and stronger. You know that. When you rest, you come back bigger, better, and stronger. When you don't get no rest, it's sad. You know what I mean? You feel worked up. You feel like it's a couple days work on you when you don't get no rest. And for young kids, you don't need to be on the internet like certain hours. I think, if you get up in the morning time, get your stuff done. Or when you get up at morning time like this and you're up so early, you just read a book. You know what I mean? No, you don't need to disclose where you live or anything. Don't do none of that, okay? Don't tell where you live or anything. None of that, all right? We're just saying that you need to get rest. So we're just looking out for the best interest of you, you know? And plus, you say you were tired early. And so we take everything into consideration, so. Yes, Josh. Yes, man. You can get some rest. Get some rest so you can spend time with your dad, you know? And then you're so young, you don't need to be on the internet these hours. But sooner or later, the internet gonna start. Probably put a time when a child can go on the internet and when they have to get off, when they gotta come back on. Sooner or later, they gonna start do all of that. Because when you have more kids, are gonna have announcing, hey, I'm 8, I'm 7, I'm this, I'm that on the internet at certain hours of the night. They soon start put a restriction. I don't know if they have it already. I have a research in that. But they're gonna start put a limit on when you can go on the internet, what hours and what time you can finish on the internet. So that way you don't have to be up this time of the morning. You say Trump is about to stop this. Oh, okay. Because one thing I look into, as much as I want support and everything, because I'm a YouTuber and everything and so forth, I don't like when I see young people like they're so young on the internet certain hours, because I'm saying they're not getting enough rest. And these are school age children, they need their brain, you know. You need your brain. When I was going to school, my brain was clicking like click, click. It was clicking so quick. Teacher asks a question, you got that answer quick and fast, rolling, you know what I mean? That's why a lot of kids not functioning sometimes, because the brain is all only on one area, which is the computer. Computer dining. Nothing wrong with computer, but you have a time limit, a space and time for that. And your school age children, you need rest. You need all those good stuff. You need to spend time with your family, like when you're visiting your dad. You know what I mean? Get those time in. Being on the internet won't give you those time, because then you're still distracted from the true purpose of you spending time with your dad. So these kids today don't know about playing outside. They play on the phone, you know. But you have to strike that balance, You have to strike that balance. We used to play outside, play down in Chinese kids, all kind of games. Dancing, running, hopping, skipping, you name it. We're having fun out there. Challenging the boys who say they can run the few, and who can play cricket, who can play soccer, who can play football, whatever game it is, you know what I mean? Marble. Remember marble game? Who can play marble? Who can go far? Who can bat the ball in the forest? You know. But young people need rest. I'm not your parents, but I'm gonna say when you announce your age so young, I want people with my children announce the age on the internet, hypothetically speaking, and they announce the age on the internet. I would want somebody to be encouraging them too, that their rest is important, and when you rest and so forth, you will have a better brain to function. You know what I mean? I only just want to dive in and supporting the idea of kids being on the internet. No, we're not happy about that. This is a new generation. Yes, it's a new generation. But this generation, they can maintain a lot of stuff because they don't get no rest to really maintain anything. The ones who maintain something are the ones who are getting their rest and take their rest seriously. You know, so you probably have to set a time limit. If you say, all right, I'm gonna go, you know, set a time you're gonna go on the internet and set a time when you're gonna get off the internet. So if you say, all right, then I'm 8 years old, I'm gonna go on the internet by say 12 o'clock in the day or say 10 o'clock in the day, and I'm gonna get off the internet. When I mean get off, that means you play around within that time frame. You're gonna get off the you're gonna go on the internet all the way till say 5 o'clock in the evening, and that's it. That means any time in between, say 10 to 5, you can play around anytime you wanna come on the internet, and then anything after that, is for bed or read a book, spend time, do whatever you gotta do. You know what I mean? And you just give yourself say, okay, I'm gonna be on the internet for 30 minutes. Because when you're so young, you have to time limit yourself. Because mind you, people on the internet not gonna put no time limit to you. They're not. Some people will tell you to get off the internet, but most people not gonna put no time limit to you because they're saying, "Where's your parents? Where's your parents?" and all these things. But it take a village to raise a child nowadays. From I'm growing up till now, you know what I mean. You don't just say, "Where's your parents? Where's your parents?" I have to help encourage you as well to say, "Hey, you know." You say, "I think it's because of what is in the food." Well, that's what I heard when I was growing up. They said the food, the food, the food. But it's also your mindset too. Your mindset. And then with all these technology, even as adult. You remember Farmville? Anybody used to play Farmville on Facebook? That game was so addictive. You will get up your planted crop. It was fun because you were planting crop even though you want to reaping it, actually reaping it in terms of harvesting it to eat or so. But I remember we used to be on Facebook. I used to be on Facebook and something when I was younger. And let me tell you something. Farmville, every day we trying to reap and plant, to reap and plant. You said never heard of it? Yes, man. We used to have a game on Facebook called Farmville, where they plant strawberries, you plant any kind of crop, apple and all these things. Yes, man. And then you would reap the crop and everything. And let me tell you something. That game was so addictive. A lot of persons, even one time there was a man come out and say, I can't get my wife to do nothing in the house. As soon as she get up, she been on Facebook, she been on this all and nothing done for the day, no food cooked. Listen, I think that game even break up a lot of relationships. Because you were busy harvesting. Yeah? You were busy harvesting trying to get to the next level. And it was so relaxing to and fun. I used to play, and then sometimes you would be there and say, oh, you plant maybe a 2-day crop or whatever, and you just trying your best to see how best you can get that crop out the way. Yes, man. So you have to set yourself time. But if you're so young, because even if the internet don't have no time for you to be on the internet and don't have a time set for you. Can I ask you a question about women? What do you want to know, Josh? Let me see if I'm the best person. Ask the question and let me see. You know, so you have to set time limit for yourself when you're a young person. Announcing your age is one thing, but you gotta also set time for yourself to be on the internet. You don't want to get late. You don't want to be too late on the internet. Because even though we're on the internet, you think we're the only one watching us? You think you guys are the only one watching us? You'd be surprised to know how many people are secret people watching to make sure nothing inappropriate going on and all these things. But be careful. You know? You know? Don't get me wrong, internet is a great place to be because you're not up in everybody's face. And so when I mean up in everybody's face, you're in your confine of your house, your living room, your bedroom, or wherever. And you can just scroll and get at ease and relax and get your mind off out the hustle and bustle. But you still gotta be very careful. Do you believe women in 2025 respect good men or rich men or more? Well, it depends. Because you have a lot of independent women out here right now, and you have a lot of independent men from day one. You know what I mean? So it just depends on the kind of woman. that you are looking for or that you run across. Then you're gonna find women that are broken, you're gonna find men that are broken, and then they can become a hassle sometimes because of the things they've been through. So they put up a wall or they put up a barrier around a perimeter around them to protect their inner peace, protect their circle. Because sometimes hurt, when you hurt in life, you're one of the most person that people will say you're mean. It's not really say you're mean, but you've been through so much. It's like your trust level is dropped. You know, not to say you're not going to trust people, but it's not going to be as easy as before. It's like somebody walked into your life so easy before, and then you give that person everything, whether he or she, and then all of a sudden that person take everything from you, destroy your life, your career, your job, your house, take everything from you. It's like you're starting all over again, but with a broken heart. You know what I mean? So you're not gonna have the same free spirit and free flow life like you did have before that person met you, whether he or she. You know what I mean? Now you're gonna have barriers, you're gonna have boundaries up. You're gonna become like a dictator. You know what I mean? For your life, because you have to learn now to say, what, I need to take full control of my life. I will no longer let people take control of my life. You know what I mean? I feel like social media ruins the mind of women in relationship. Yes, everything do play a role in relationship. Everything, whether friendship, social media, the phone, even if just communicating with people. If social media wasn't around, a lot of things play a role, and that's why it's very important. Now, when you've been through the ups and downs, and you realize what possible could cause your relationship, or so, because you're looking back, sometime it's best for us to start to say, you know what, next time, if I should find me a decent man or a decent woman, based on what we're looking for, because now we're going to have a book now, we're going to have a journal, we're going to have a checklist of things we're looking for and the things we don't want. Because you've been through those things already. So you don't want to attract the things you attract before. You know what I mean? If it was good, then you want to keep those good qualities. But if it wasn't good, then, because the older you get, you start to look into yourself and say, what did I even accept? You start to look and say, Lord, boy, when you're young, they say you're young and dumb. It's not really saying you're young and dumb, but because you're looking back at what you tolerated, but now you realize you don't have those level of tolerance no more. All that you were accepting. Oh Lord, so and so, you're not accepting that no more. That fly through the gate because now you're thinking to be a man. You're looking at your future. Worse if you have children. If you got children and you realize you're getting older, you start to focus. So your focus is so different than when you don't have no kids. So different. You start to look at life like, okay, I need to build a future. I need to create a future for not just me, but for my children, for my family. And you need to stop going out and drink. You need to stop hitching up with a bunch of friends because now you have a woman or now you have a man or so forth. Let's invest in each other. Let's see how far this life can go with us if we mean each other good. You know what I mean? It's not just to say, oh, I'm going to be with this person because of what they have. Because many times we go into a relationship and you're thinking that, oh, this person got money, so I need to be with that person. That's the wrong approach because that's why we get hurt all the time because we need to be with this person. Oh, this person can help me here, so I need to be with that person. When you're going with those kind of mentality in relationship, then you realize that you walk right back out the way you go in because you're going with the wrong approach and then you expect to get good approach and you're not going to get it because from day one your goals were bad. When you set bad goals, you're going to go into the relationship and get bad goals. And as a result, that's why a lot of time we go in relationship and when we walk out we feel so hurt, we feel so, because our intent weren't pure. They weren't pure. And if you're looking at your life sometime and you think back, you say, you know what, I know this person could have helped me do this. I know this person could have done this. And then you realize, what was I in it for? Sometimes it's not about blaming that person alone. Blame yourself too. What was I in it for? Was I in it pure, wholeheartedly? Was I whole in the relationship? Was I being real in the relationship? You say, I know more men who are looking for a girlfriend than women who want boyfriend. Women looking too, but women are more skeptical because women are hurt. You know, the real women that are looking for a man to settle down and chill with her so for the rest of their life, they're not just gonna flaunt and go there because they've been there. You ever hear somebody say I've been there and I done that? Man and woman say I've been there and I done that. You ain't gonna tell me nothing that I haven't been there and done that about. So, you know what I mean? So they gonna have a little bit more walls. They gonna be a little bit more meaner, but they're the sweetest person when you get to know them. You understand? You just have to get to know a person. That's why it's very important. If you don't know somebody, you can't cast judgment because you don't know what they've been to. The roller coaster of their life. If you never been on a roller coaster, you don't know if your gut gonna drop out. You don't know how your gut gonna feel. But the man who been on there know how it feels. Yeah, he live it. You know, he live it when all his assets are gone from him. He live it when all his life being discriminated. He live it when everything just that he owned or earned or worked for just stripped from him because of a relationship that he was blindsided by. You know what I mean? So he can tell you about a roller coaster. He said, I cut my hair a little bit short. Oh, that's nice, Dahlia. Delia. That's nice. I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. Yes, man. But you know, one size does not fit all in relationship, and you gotta bear that in mind. Because if you haven't been through the ups and downs in life, I would say keep exploring and enjoy life. You just have to, if you are the person who does a free flow life, you have a free flow kind of life where you just go with the flow and something, you still have to put some walls up, some boundaries up, so that you don't keep repeating the same things that you had repeated maybe when you were in your teens, when you were in your 30s, or when you're in your 40s, or however age you are in life. You know what I mean? Because we all been through something. We've been through the rubble. You know, sometimes it may not be major, but it could be minor. You know what I mean? Like a minor little bruise or minor, minor scratch. And some people get major and they never recover from that. You know, then those people have walls that if you go to them, you better go correct. You better make sure you that your eyes are across your tears, your head going to be going somewhere else. You know what I mean? They're not going to tolerate you. You know, it's my hair is almost short to my shoulder. Oh well, it's summer's time is hot, so that's all right. But everybody know what they're looking for in this life. You gotta know what you're looking for, especially when you're no longer in your teens. When you're in your teens, you're all over the place. Your mind is here. Your mind is here today. Next thing, and then some teenagers already know what they want in life. You understand? Based upon how they were raised, their foundation that was given to them early, and so forth. Yeah. So you say you're a great communicator. You know what I mean? So you gotta bear that in mind. You know, life is all about what you make of it. You know. What you make of life is what gonna help you. You know, I know what you want, and you even when you're young and you say, "But I don't know what I want." Just think about it. Work on it. What is it that I want? Even how people treat you. Think about how you want people to treat you. Do you want to keep accepting people just treating you a certain way, like when you were young? You will know when you were young how people treat you. You will never forget that. So you have to tell yourself, I will not settle for these things. Stand up, you know. The same way we're standing up to when people abuse us, or so we got to stand up from early with abusing our minds. You know, we don't have to tell the world what we're going to stand up for, but we got to stand up for ourselves. We got to represent ourselves. So, you said because I cut my hair the same size as my mom, same. Oh, that's nice. That's beautiful. You know what I mean? But we all go through something, and then you know what? We need to start understanding human nature. I don't think a lot of us really understand the human nature from different angles. We just look at our angle and say, okay, oh well, this is what I believe in, so I don't agree with you. Yes, we gonna agree to disagree. That's life. But you gotta also understand that we all have a mind of our own, and some people they're broken from very early because sometimes even their childhood taken away from them very early. So even though you see them as adult, male or female, it's not to say that they don't want love. It's not to say they can't love you, but because they're looking back at their childhood and looking back at all the things they've been through, the hurdles, the things that stripped from them very early. So sometimes they don't really know how to love because the love that they need to really give to someone was taken from them very early. And as a result, you get a lot of broken people. But literally, you can help them get back up if you understand that, hey, this is a person I want to be with. This person have some qualities that I'm looking for. The rest I can work on. But you have to have that level of tolerance, though, because it's not just going to come easy like that. You're going to have days where you're like, man, what have I just did? you know. But then if you understand your true purpose, you can work together and you can achieve together. You know what I mean? You can achieve together. But you know, sometimes when somebody start act a certain way or so forth, and if they have a tell you their childhood past, some of them you can know. You say, why do women hold on to the past? I try to move from my past, but sometimes it come right back in your face, and I say, Lord, whew. But I don't know. I don't want to hold on to the past, but I use my past to be a great reminder for the future. You know, I don't dwell on my past, so because if I was supposed to dwell on my past, Lord, have mercy. It wouldn't be a pretty sight. You know what I mean? But I like to remind myself of the past so that I know. Because in the future, you need to know when you're going for the future what you don't want to accept in the future. It's like you're moving up the ladder now and you finally get over how many years of relationship that you've been hurt from or so. You want to tell yourself that, you know what? I will not settle no more. I'm better than settling for the things that I used to settle for. You know, the disrespect, the abuse, and it's going for male and female. You know what I mean? It's not just one person being affected by anything. You know, and then sometimes people childhood affects them later. If you notice, a lot of people that are speaking up about their life, their childhood literally affects them, very much so. You know, you see me, you think I don't have a childhood? You think I don't have a past? We all have a past. It's what you do with your past is gonna make you stronger. Are you gonna do it like your past and don't move forward? It's like somebody say, "Oh, but I'm poor. I grew up in a poor family." You know, much of us grew up in a poor family. Did we let that define us? Even when you're struggling at this point in your life, in your career, you should never let your past you just keep bringing up the past and no solution. You have to bring up, if you bring up the past, bring it up as a reminder, and then you find a solution so you can come back from whatever it is. You know what I mean? Yes, I like to think deep and long sometimes, and I don't know if that's good though. I don't know if it's a good thing, but you know, I look at life so funny. Even the other day, I was over here and I saw this. I saw the news where they said this man beat his child. He was 9, and the man beat the poor child and choke him or something. And I'm saying, you see your past that you don't share with anyone is a terrible thing. Your broken heart and the past you don't share with anyone is a terrible thing. And that's why I'm saying they need more intervention when people have children and stuff, because your past is always going to be there even if you become an adult. And sometimes when you have children in the midst and you're going through stress or anything, the only thing you see in front of you is a child that is annoying, is a child that is always want attention. You That's how you're thinking now, you know. Is a child that want attention also, and then your tolerance level at this point, because you're in a situation where is either your bills are piling up, something affecting you, you know, something going on that could possibly you will lose your home or be outside, and then this child come right in the midst when you're stressed out. Most time you hear a child come and they're saying something to you and you don't want to talk to that child. You're in the midst of your distress. That child don't know. And that's why it's very important as parents as well. We gotta communicate with our children. When you're going through something, we have to communicate with them and let them understand, baby not no, mommy not well, daddy not well. Because if you don't, you gonna snap at that child so bad that you gonna take out all your frustration on that poor child, and all that child did was say, hey mom, hey daddy, he just talk a little bit too much because he want the attention. You know what I mean? Little did you know at that moment you couldn't provide that service that that child need, that support that that child need, that love that that child need at that moment. So it's very important to communicate with your children. You know, I've been in situation with my children where I was always frustrated at them when I had certain things going on, and I heard a voice one day say, how about you tell them what you're going through so they can understand what you're going through, and then from there they will understand that, okay, mommy is doing the best she can. Okay, so when at this point you don't need to mess with mommy here. When around it, I give you time. Anything you need me to do, come to me, and then. But when I'm doing this, you don't need to be doing this. You have me before, utilize me. And I talk to my children so they can understand. Because you're going through stuff all the time. Even though you're a human being and you're adults, and they say, oh, adults should know better. But you gotta remember, these same adults grew up with a past. They have a past. We think they pass to erase because they're an adult? Are they past erase because they become mother? Or they become father? It's like somebody who was molested when they're young. You think that past erased because they become mother or father? No, it's still there. Their scar is still there. Some of them haven't yet healed either. And that's why when you see those things that like people who out there like know these things about these people, it's best to work with them when they have children so that the children can get past certain stage of their life so they can live a enjoyable life also, because your past will still linger, you know. You say, I'm sleeping, I keep choosing my eyes because I am. Dahlia, we tell you a long time, go get some rest, baby. Go get some rest. It's very important. All right? He said the brain is very powerful. Yes, Josh, it is very powerful. And then sometimes you're reaching out to people to talk to them, and they tell you, oh, you venting too much, you talk too much, you chat too much. You could have just saved these things that are happening. Just give if you're not the one to give a listening ears, recommend them to somebody. Find somebody that they will chat to, their grandmother, their auntie, their uncle, their cousin that have a phone and just need somebody to chat to 24/7. Recommend them to somebody then. Okay, if you call this person, Resilient Queen, she gonna pick her phone up and she gonna chat because she like to chat. You see what I'm saying? So that if they're having any frustration or anything is going on, I can relate back to you and say, hey, sis, hey, brother, your sister told me so and so, or your daughter told me so and so. Even though it's confidential, but if some things are confidential and it's something that can jeopardize somebody's life, you have to speak up. You just have to let these people know that you can't go out there and spread news about your children when they tell you something confidential, but I'm trying to help you. You know what I mean? You say, okay, I got to get some rest. Yes, Dahlia, get some rest. Very important, okay? Rest is important, man. You rest, you rejuvenate, you come back bigger, better, and stronger. You know what I mean? So thank you for stopping by and everything, but go get your rest, all right? You say, I don't talk about my problem to people. I just handle it. Well, not everybody can handle it. Some people have to talk. You know what I mean? And even if you don't tell people your problem, you can listen music, you can go for a nature walk and talk to nature about your problem. Nature ain't gonna tell about nobody nothing because it's just you out there by yourself with the trees, the winds, the birds chirping, and the gush of water. If you're walking by the ocean breeze side and getting the fresh air, and you talk your problem. You don't literally have to talk to a person to talk your problem, because trust me, the one man that is answering everybody's problem is up above. You know what I mean? So even if you don't talk to people what you're going through, go outside and you'll be surprised. Talk to God. Yes, man, talk to him. You know how many times I'm going through stuff and I talk to him? I talk to him all the time. You know? Even yesterday, I was outside and I'm walking around the car because we are out there having a picnic and we're walking around the car. And after the kids left and gone, I was walking and I found myself talking to myself. And I'm like, okay, I haven't done it in a while, but I just find myself talking to myself. I'm busting out laughing. You would think somebody was in the passenger seat laughing with me. I was out there by myself laughing. But you know who was in the midst? God was in the midst. So sometimes it's not, sometimes we look like when we're going through stuff, we have to have actually a person to talk to. No, we don't. You go outside, go into, if you're a person who like hiking, foresting, or so, you just let somebody know that you're out in the wilderness or wherever you're going, and you go talk to God about your problem. Sometimes he said, come to me in silence, in peace. Sometimes it's not about the bunch of chaos around you. You have to go to him. All right, good night, guys, and good night to everyone. Thank you, Dali. Have a blessed morning from me here and to everyone. Yes, man, if you have to leave or so. And Dali, get your rest. Get your rest. Very important. Thank you for stopping by, okay? You know what I mean? And you go out in nature, you'll be surprised to know what you can discover while you're talking out there in nature. You think, no, oh, I'm talking to myself, I'm crazy. You're not crazy. Because if you don't talk out some of the things you're going through in your head, I promise you, nobody know what you're going through in your head. If people talk out what they're going through in their head, especially when it's a negative thing, you want to run that out your head. You ever see when water gone from pipe for days and when the water come back, don't you have to run that name bad water out? Don't you have to run that bad water out? Same way with life. When the negative thoughts come in your head, if you're not a person who like to talk to people or vent, like me, I'm not afraid to vent. But if you're not the person who wanna do that, you know what I mean, in that kind of manner, because everybody don't operate the same way, mind you. You understand? But go in nature. Talk in nature, look up in that sky, or look at the trees, climb up in one tree if you can climb, just don't fall. All right, bye, darling, thank you. And talk to nature. You don't have to talk, listen, you don't have to talk to nobody to get your answer. Because sometimes even talking to somebody when you're going through something and you know what they're going to say, sometimes it don't even make no sense you even talk to them. But going out in nature, that's your talking too. Sometimes you bust out laughing, somebody probably catch you on the trail and say, who are you talking to? I'm talking to my father, I'm talking to myself. And some people will tell you, well, nothing wrong with that. Just don't answer. That's what they said to us as a kid. Just don't answer. I have haters in my life that I have to deal with, and I don't know how to deal with. What? We all have haters. What are you talking about? Our biggest hater is us. Our biggest hater just is us. You hear me? So sometimes the things when we start from ourselves, because it's very important when we're looking at life to begin with ourselves. Just like I think there's a passage in the Bible that say you have to learn to pick the demons out of your eye before you pick it out of somebody else. Because sometimes we like to point fingers on, oh, this person this, oh, this person that. But we have to look at ourselves too. We have to analyze ourselves. I have real enemies out here. Yes, man, we all have real enemies out there. What? This world not made up only with good people. This world is made with the good and the evil. You know what I mean? But it's what we gonna surround ourselves with is gonna make the difference. Mind you, anything you're trying to do in life, you're gonna have somebody trying to fight you down on it. You're gonna have somebody trying to beat you down. Even just having a conversation. Somebody could be out there and say, you're talking rubbish, or you're trying to do this, you're trying to do that. Not realizing that you're just typically you. Because they never get the chance to understand you. And then they judge you from their standpoint. You understand? So in everything we do, you're gonna have somebody out there. And you know what I learned too? Sometimes the enemies are not really your enemies. They just can't tolerate you sometimes. It's like I chat too much. You know what I mean? And then that can affect somebody else who's not a talkative person. I'm chatting, chatting, chatting. And yes, they hear me, but they said, Lord, when is this girl gonna shut up? And she gonna shut up for a minute. And sometimes that is not really hate. It's just that everybody dealing with something and sometimes they don't want to hear no talking. They just want to listen to music. They just want to listen to I have this lady friend here, this sound mind. They just want to listen to some ocean breeze. They just want to listen to something new, something fresh. We're not hearing no voices or anything, you know, just going out there. You said bye for nothing, listening to you talk good night, guys. Oh, yes, but please get your rest. Please get some rest, all right? Very important. Get some rest. You know what I mean? So we in this world, we're not gonna get rid of hate. We're not gonna get rid of anything. But what we can do is start to center ourselves around people. Center ourselves around people that yes, our enemies will not go away till I make them go away. No, we don't make no. If you make them go away, then you gonna go away too, and then you gonna be your little enemy for the rest of your life. You don't want to do that. You make your enemy go away, and you gonna be your own little enemy for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? You don't want to do that. You don't want to be your enemy because when you become your enemy, then your enemy is gonna target you. Your little enemy is gonna target you. No, you can't stop people from hating you. It's just like you can't stop people from saying, I just love you. You can't stop them, but what you can do is set your boundary. You know? Like people would say to me some things and they would say, oh, you know what I tell people? Is what you accept. You have to know what you accept. Anything you're not going to accept, you knit it early in the bud and let people know, say, hey, I don't accept this, I don't tolerate this, I don't accept certain things, you know? But and then another thing, when you accept everything and then finally decide to say, oh, I'm not accepting anything no longer, people don't trust you no more. Because at first you were gravitating to everything. And then all of a sudden it's now, oh, you're bigger than that now.
that will become a challenge for people to understand who you are. You're conflicting like somebody who's already conflicting. It's like they're going back and forth. It's like me who I'll be cooking, I'll be dancing, I'll be arguing, I'll be saying whatever. And then you over here say, I don't accept this. But before you were accepting everything, you gotta be careful. Because when you decide to say, oh, I don't accept nothing no more, that's your enemy right there. You just formed some enemies. How did you form those enemies? Because people pay attention to us. You think people are paying attention to what we do and say here? You make a sad mistake. You think we're exempt from anything? Some people don't understand until you crash out. Yeah, oh yeah. Well, even the justice system don't understand until people lash out. You see how it is now. So, but we have to learn to create the pathway that we want to create so we can move forward. Because if we're waiting on anything to create our pathway, it will never happen. It will never happen. Anybody at all. If you don't create your pathway for yourself and tell yourself that what you don't want early, tell what you say anything you don't want early, family, is best to say it early. Not just to come and say I'm positive or anything, but you're gonna know some things that you will never accept. So don't accept it, and then after a while, people think that you're cool, so I can do anything. And then when you can't tolerate it no more, remember now they say if you can't handle the fire, get out the kitchen. If you can't, they say pressure bust pipe. Better best believe it. And that's why you speak up. Speak up about what you want and speak up about what you don't want. Recently I was here and I was going on and I was saying some stuff and people hear my cry. You gotta speak up. Sometimes if you don't speak, how people gonna know? How people gonna know? They don't know. They can't read your lip. You know what I mean? You have to speak up. Sometimes it gonna make you lose a few friends and family. That's alright. They say many go, many come. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have people, and sometimes even in the YouTube world, sometimes you have people running when they just started, but they don't realize as you grow, your mind grow. Sometimes your mind grow differently. As you grow, your mind grow. You think your mind just stuck from last year? No. As you grow, your mind grow. Every day you get up, you're a day older, and you're supposed to be a day wiser. Yeah, not a day reversing, but sometimes we do reverse because when things not going good, you start to piggyback. Oh, look at this, look at all I did, look at this. We are going back and forth. You know what I mean? It's like a warfare up in there, and that's why it's good. Even if you don't talk to people about what you're going through, go in nature. Yeah, go take a road trip by yourself. Make sure you have your food. Cause me, I love my food. Have your food somewhere. If you junk up your car with your food, at your car, at your this, at your that, junk it up at your car. Yeah, that means you will never hungry and thirsty on the road. So that means if one of your enemy pass you by the road, you don't have to beg them no water. Cause you already have your water. You know what I mean? You have everything what you need. And go take a road trip, you know what I mean? And enjoy life. Talk to yourself, eh? You're on the road trip laughing. You ever watch a movie? I watched a movie once. I think it was was it a Western movie? Where they driving on this dirt road and the girl say, ooh, wee! They're so happy. They just keep driving and they say, yeah! And when they reach, they start playing the music and they go, ooh, wee! I forgot the name of the movie. It's an old movie. Very old. So you know what I mean? So mind you, we look in validation all the time. Not everybody, mind you, one size doesn't fit all. So let's say that. But a lot of people, we look in validation all the time, and we're dying to hear people say this and say this. It's like speaking down on somebody else to speak up on somebody else. You know what I mean? It's like disrespect somebody else to get somebody. That happen all the time. Even with man, even with man and woman, they will disrespect the one that they have for somebody else and then hoping that they were going to get a better result later. Yeah, they do get a better result. They pay the price. You are super real. Yes, man. We gotta be real with life. It's our life. It's our life. It's ourself. Listen, nobody know what we're going through. Nobody. All the speculation that people will be speculating. Nobody know. Even when you go to doctor, the first thing doctor asks you, have you ever have any family history? Ain't you the one they asking question? And you go there, you just say, oh, they should know. They don't know nothing about you. They have to ask you certain things to build something around to understand your family history or the dynamics of what is causing this and to get to the bottom line of things. And then they can do further research or studies to see, okay, but this person don't have no family. Like how I watch this medical doctor, the good doctor or something. And I said, but this person don't have no family history, so why is this person developing this complication or something? You know what I mean? They have to get to know you. You know what I mean? So yes, man. And remember, one size don't fit all. So if you're the people person that like to go around and talk to people, go ahead and talk to people. If that's your way of easing your pain and releasing all the toxic in your body, do that. You know what I mean? If you're the person who love nature outdoors, go outdoors and enjoy yourself. I see a lot of people doing gardening. Beautiful way of releasing what is going on. You're in there talking to your plants. Oh, look at you. You're so beautiful. Look at you guys. I planted you yesterday, like 2 days ago. Look at you, beautiful girls. Give them a name. Name them something. Eh? It's like my car. I call it Purdy. You know, because he dropped me everywhere. He don't care. He just dropped me off. Like, I'm tired of you, lady. Bloop. He dropped me everywhere, but guess what? He's my enemy, and he's also my friend. You know, because when he running, he running. But when he ain't running, he don't even give two fly about me. You see what I'm saying? So create the life you want. Create that pathway. It begins with up here. You know what I mean? Because we're looking for validation from people, but we have to get validation from us. And listen to ourselves. When we talk, we gotta listen. You know? We gotta listen to ourselves. You know how many times I look back and I say, Jesus, what is this? After my own self. You know what I mean? Laugh at your own self. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? You're stressed out and you don't want to tell everybody not because you have a lot of people who take your problem and fry you with it. Go in nature. Nature not gonna fry you with nothing. All nature gonna do is send some cool breeze to sway your mind, and you hear the bird, they send the bird, and you start to look up in the trees. Ain't that getting your mind off what was going on? You start to look up in trees and you want to say, where's these birds chirping? You can't even find them. But they're up in there. They're there. Sometimes they're so tiny and it's a bunch of them. And you're walking in nature. Take that. You know? Some people read their books, read their Bible. Some people say a word of prayer, they pray, you know, pray and go out in nature and pray and just lift up the name of Jesus and say, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. Because maybe they're in a community where they can get to worship the way they want to. You know what I mean? So they go out in nature and lift God's voice up and they come back a brand new person. Where were you at? I was in nature. I was enjoying nature. I was talking to the birds. They were chirping at me. I was chirping back at them. They were singing at me. I was singing at them. You know what I mean? They say birds of a feather flock together. You can flock with what you want to flock with. If it's nature, go flock with nature. If it's to go to the beach, go flock with the beach. If it's to get closer to God, find a community place or community event group or something where you can all join together and flock together right there. If that's your keko, everybody keko is different. No one size fit all. You know what I mean? That's why this world is beautiful. Because we have options. But sometimes we don't want the options that are there. But what if it's what God put there for you? You know what I mean? You have to listen to your inner strength. Your inner strength is going to give you a better solution than what anybody can give you. You know what I mean? What somebody going to give you is only going to back up what your strength was inside you. What was the spirit inside you telling you? You know what I mean? As I say, lean not unto thine own understanding, but in all thy ways acknowledge him so he can direct your path. Many times we're going through roller coaster things. You think that's why he created 7 days of the week. You know, you say, I feel like after I broke up with my ex, I am just not truly happy single. Well, work on it. At least at least you're aware that you're not happy being single. You see, awareness is the key. In order for us to start our healing journey is to be aware of what makes us uncomfortable and is to be single. If you're one of those persons who single and uncomfortable with singleness, then at least you're aware. Work on your awareness. Work on it. That's a key right there. That's a key you embedded in you. You are aware. When you're not aware, then you become a problem to society and problem to others because you're not aware. But when you're aware, then you know that is a stepping stone for you to work on. That's a start. Now you can push the button to continue roll it. roll the dice and figure out, okay, what next can I do if I hate single life? Well, you start look at yourself now and tell yourself, I need to change some things about me, because in my last relationship, my ex said I didn't like how I dominate the relationship. Or my ex said you want everything your way. Listen to what your ex was saying too. You can learn a thing or two to transfer over to say, you know what, I gotta adjust my life and I don't want it to be one-sided no more. I don't want to feel like I am bullied no one because my ex felt that way. Mind you, when you're in a relationship, most time with an ex, if you break up with your ex, sometimes they tell you how you make them feel. You in the relationship may never think that you were making them feel uncomfortable, but when you get out the relationship and you're single, baby, now you realize, oh yeah, I was a pain in the butt. Now you realize you were a pain. Admit yourself. You don't owe nobody nothing, but you owe yourself. You owe due diligence to yourself to admit so you can move on and be healing. Healing gonna start when you can admit where you went wrong in a relationship. It's not always about pointing the finger here. It's not that. It's healing. You want healing, you start with you. You start with us. You don't start with the other person. Some people, they're so heartbroken or hurt that their healing is not going to come when yours is coming. Because, mind you, the way you grow up doesn't mean that's the way that person grew up. So you got to remember, even though you're in a relationship together, you and that person didn't grow up together in the same household. Then you'd have be brother and sister or cousin or relatives. You see what I'm saying? So you got to bear that in mind when you look in relationship and things don't work. It's nothing like having someone to enjoy life with. Yeah, man. But you want someone that you can enjoy life with, that enjoy you and enjoy themselves too. Because when somebody only enjoy you but don't enjoy themselves, oh baby, you're in for a roller coaster. Because if they don't love themselves and only loving you, that's not love, baby. It's like trying to please you. You don't want nobody to just only trying to please you. When they're happy, you will be happy. But if they're not happy, you can't be happy. No way you'll be happy. Okay, you won't have an uncomfortable situation because they have a find themselves. They have a gain strength in them yet. You know what I mean? I understand what I did wrong and I take full accountability. Yeah, man. You understand what you did wrong, you take full accountability. And this is how you start make your checklist now. Make you look a journal and say, you know what? I don't want these things in my new relationship that I'm seeking. And you talk to God about it and everything. So that means when you find a good relationship, you know you can talk to your partner about these early. The things that was bothering you when you had previous relationship and why it didn't work. Because some people curious to know why your relationship didn't work. Even though sometimes you grow old and that's it. When I mean old, you grow apart sometimes because especially if you were young and dating and didn't experience the world or so it best to let each other understand so you can go your separate ways, and if life meant for you to come back together, you can come back like Nelly and Ashanti are married and be stronger together than ever. You know what I mean? But just remember, not because you're stronger together when you come back together doesn't mean roller coaster is not gonna be there. It's gonna be there. It's what we're gonna do to get out of it is gonna make the difference. You know what I mean? You hear somebody say, "What would I tell my younger self?" And they have all kind of story to be better, to be more kinder, to be more loving, to be more compassionate, to go for what I want. Don't let nobody stop me. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you get discouraged when you're young, and that can put a dent in your life as well. And then the things you go through, you know. I remember when we're going into relationship, we're not from coming from the same household, so don't go into a relationship and think because you're raised in the rich family and this person raised you, you think you're assuming that the person you got meet raised in a rich family. No, they didn't. They did not. But it's who you love, and if you love somebody, it should no matter how they were raised. It's a matter about how what can you do to make your relationship work with each other. Because sometimes people judge you all because you didn't raise in a good family. But what if you have a good education, you have a good job, you qualify anything? How does your life, your past, affect you now? Yeah? Those kind of past that you have as a child, you're not responsible for that. Your parents struggle to raise you up, but they raise you up and ensure you get a good education, whether it's a trade, a qualification in terms of going to universities or colleges or something. or you work hard enough, do sports, get a scholarship or something, and go, it's on you, baby. But the rest is to take it together. You know, when two people love each other and they're willing to say they love each other, and it's honestly, is not faking nothing. You see, one-sided relationship don't work. And when I say one-sided, I love you to the moon and back, but you can't stand me. That's not love. You only love me for bed, but anything else is not. You can't stand me. No. If you love somebody, you care for them, you're gonna put out your whole heart in it. You know, and fight through it. You will get over it. You will get over it. And some people, they're gonna test you. The first 5 years of your life, they're gonna test you. And when they realize so you're failing them, they ain't gonna stay with you, baby. They're gonna run as fast as they can. They're gonna run. And nothing wrong with running when you realize you see all the red flags popping up in your face. Run. Go work on yourself, and they go work on themselves too. Run early. Don't wait till it's too late. Then when you start up in each other face, can't get along. Run early. Take time to heal. Work on yourself. Don't try when the person walk away or something. I try to win them over when you're not even healed. You're not healed. You're still a try to destroy somebody. It's like winning souls. You can't win souls. You don't make none. You know? You say I would rather move on than go back to my ex. Yes, man. Life is about moving on. You know what I mean? So if you have to move on, do what is best for you. But you have to listen to your voice too. Because some people, their ex wasn't say much of an ex to them. Is because they just didn't see and have the same level of communication going on. They didn't take the time to understand each other. And that, when I say you don't take the time to understand each other, it's because you put your physical life first. And then when you're ready to understand each other, you don't feel like you want to understand each other no more because you put your physical life in front of everything else. So therefore, when that is over and done, everything is done too. You just feel like, okay, I know this person. You don't know the person. You just know them in one aspect. There's many more layers to people than what you see. And sometimes people don't give you the chance to be yourself because they so dive down into physical activities. And then when that don't work out, then you hear, I don't like this person. Or when this person say no more. They don't like this person no more because they're not a push around or push over. When you stand up for yourself, you know, people will tell any story about it. You know, any negative things that can affiliate you with the world. You know why? Because you stand up for yourself. Notice the man that stand up for himself. They tell you all kind of stories, you understand? So you have to fight for yourself. You know? So you have to be very careful out here. 7 o'clock? Okay, 7 o'clock. You know what I mean? So you have to be careful, family. And remember, what you want, you will attract. If you want good life and everything, you will attract it. You just have to keep working on you. You know, working on you is not overnight. Your mistakes and everything. And sometimes we beat ourselves up over our little mistakes. Mistakes are meant to happen. It's just that you have to learn from them. And don't keep making them over and over, repeating them the same way. I mean, you have a change your strategies. You're using the same pattern, the same technique, the same everything, and then you think that you are learning. You're not learning when you're using the same approach and getting the same result. Huh? You see, even in maths, sorry, they have the distribution properties where you have to use different approach to arrive at the same answer, but you're not going to use just the one thing that you're using and you can't get the answer. So now you have to go to subtraction to get the addition, or you go to addition to get the subtraction. So I'm saying use the different way around to get the same answer that you're looking for. You know what I mean? But if you use only the same approach all the time, you ain't gonna get nothing. You're gonna get the same result. And then sometimes we want result right away. We want everything right away. And I say, you say time is everything, but everything matters. You say I have to meet nice woman, not crazy woman. Well, the crazy ones are sometimes nice too, depending on how crazy they are. Sometimes they are the one who scars. But but they're loving. They're loving people. You know what I mean? Some of the crazy women are very loving. They just been through hurt. Even in some of the crazy men, they just been through hurt and want the right person to understand them. When you find the right woman or man to understand you, trust me, you go, if some woman in our man should ever tell when they meet their partner, their wife. I remember somebody was telling a story how he met his wife. He said he went up there and the woman was washing, and he was washing and he saying insist on talking to this woman and everything. But he said the woman was so miserable, he couldn't stand the woman and everything. He said one day he went up there to approach the lady and the lady threw dirty water on him. And he said he still insists. He said this is the woman I want to be, because he said the woman checked so many boxes that he was looking for into a woman. And you know they're married right now. And the woman was saying he couldn't stand the man for a second. But I guess that was love. She was just showing love differently. You know, some women don't know how to really express themselves when they're in love with you, so they will show it out in outbursts, not realizing that outburst is a turn off or anything. But some women show it by cooking, cleaning. So many love, you know, everybody love language is different. And you just gotta pay attention, because some people looking for love language to be so poised and elegant, but sometimes nothing behind it. Sometimes not a God thing behind it, but you might find one queen where she miserable, but I'm telling you, she gonna get everything done for you. Everything. Everything pick and spank for you. You know what I mean? So sometimes you gotta know what you're looking for. Know the kind of woman that you can tolerate. If you want the quiet woman, you want the laid back woman, or anything, you want the woman who reserved, you want the woman who gonna hide and cheat on you silently. You gotta know what you want. Same thing with woman. You gotta know what kind of man you want. You want the man who say, "Oh, I'm this and I love all the girls and everything." If that's the man you attracted to, you gotta be bracing like a storm to know. It sounds very difficult. No, it not sound very difficult. You just gotta work on you. Once you work on you, trust me, the Lord will make a way for you. You work on you and you'll be surprised. You know, work on you. You know, but you gotta know what you're looking for. You know, are you looking for a woman who is reserved? You're looking for a woman who don't like to go party and all these things. What are you looking for? Are you looking for a woman who stay at home, who will stay at home, take care, raise your children, raise your children while you work? If that's the kind of woman, are you looking for a woman who is self-independent? What kind of woman are you looking for? Are you looking for somebody to get on your last nerves? You gotta know what you're looking for and be careful what you ask for, because you will get it. Anything we ask for, we will get it. Oh, we want a gangster man. Okay, we get gangster now. So what? Be careful what you ask for. Some women like that man who is tough in the street, and because they know that that man gonna protect them, that man ain't gonna mess with, no, make nobody mess with them. You know what I mean? But then it can be a disaster for them one way. Because even though he protecting them in the street, doesn't mean he protecting her at home. You know what I mean? Because when his need not met her and everything, then he gonna bring the gangster out in her in the home. You know, and it's not everybody either. But I'm just saying, cause one size does not fit all. And then you have the man who does just up in a jacket and tie, go to work, nice and peaceful, well poised, well elegant. So you gotta know what you're looking for, man and woman. You gotta know what you're looking for. Are you looking for the pastor? You gotta know what you're looking for. Are you looking for a Christian woman? Are you looking for a party goer? Are you looking for a stay-at-home lady that will hold things down? Are you looking for a savior? When I mean a woman that if you give her $2, she will save it to help build up on the future and everything. What are you looking for? I want a woman who brings me peace. Well, bring peace and you will get peace. I promise you bring peace, that woman will give you peace. You bring no peace, and you know what? Hold on. You see, with peace, you have to communicate. Because a lot of times people in relationship and say they want peace, but you're not communicating with any woman you choose. That poor woman have to be yelling at you, screaming at you, forget your attention. You want peace, you're gonna have to communicate. Sometimes it's gonna be annoying when the woman keep asking you a million and one question, and you say, "Good goddamn lady, didn't I just choose you? Lord, what's wrong with you?" But if you say you want peace, well, you're in for it before you get peace. Because peace don't just come to you like that. It's like they tell you want respect, you gotta give respect. Because respect ain't gonna just put on your head like, oh, I got respect for you. That's not how respect go. Everything is a work in progress. You want peace, you're gonna create peace. Peace begins with us. Everything that we're gonna do and say begin with us. And communication is very important. And a lot of men, sometimes and women, they're in the relationship, they're on the phone. Your man trying to get in touch with you or your wife trying to get in touch with you and you're still on the phone. When are you gonna put on the device so you can get a one-on-one in? Then the woman gonna get frustrated, the man gonna get frustrated. Now you have, hey baby, start looking at different woman and everything, and then you cause it, and you wondering why. And then resolve conflict. Learn to resolve conflict in your relationship before you keep flying through another door. Because a lot of men they flying through another door and not resolving the conflict that they have at home, and they're running through other people thinking that they're gonna get a peace. You're not gonna get no peace. Learn to resolve the conflict at your home, especially when you have a woman at home, your wife at home, kids at home. Learn to resolve conflict at home before you start storming out the door. Sometimes, if you need a little break and say, honey, I'm going to tell her, I'm going to go into nature and take a walk. I'll be back. Tell her where you're going, because you know some woman, even when you're there mad, they still can't love you, considerate about you. They probably trail you down. So if you don't want the trail, they say, honey, I'm going to be at this park. When she call you, make sure you answer your phone. Or don't wait for her to call you either, man or woman. You text her, I text her and say, hey, hon, I'm at this park here and I'm just chilling, listening to the birds. Or so if you have FaceTime your man, FaceTime your girl, or so they know that you're right there. You know what I mean? So they don't have to worry. While you out there focusing on rejuvenate, recovering from the disaster that you feel like it was a disaster, then she is at home trying to recover herself as well. And we talk. I said, baby, when I come back home, we don't want this. I'm trying to clear my head right now, and I want you to do the same as well. You know what I mean? Work with each other. Relationship is not. How you think the man and woman that you hear say they married for how many years? 15 years. You think they didn't have roller coaster? Ask a man and woman that married for 15 years, how did they overcome all the challenges that come their way? Say communicating, even through the hard times, which is the times when somebody piss you off. You can't tolerate a partner when they piss you off at times. They're asking you some dumb question. We call it dumb when you're upset. You know what I mean? But you gotta work through those things. Those are trials. Those are your tribulation. Not just sit down there to say, "Oh, look at my baby, she's so fine. Look at my man, he's so handsome. Look at him when he dressed up." But what about when he not dressed up? What about when he looking like a evil man? What about when he look like when she look like enemy? Your enemy. What did I marry? Eh? You gotta still work too. You know, only when things is good, you gotta work on things when it's bad too. How you think these people that married 10, 15 years or 30, 40, 60 years, how you think they survived? You think they didn't have a roller coaster? Sit down there, you think their house was pure glass. They run through that glass several times and fix it back. You hear me? So sit there, think those glass didn't break. They run through it several times. They break it and fix it back. And that's how they were able to stay for 40, 30, 60 years, how much years they live, for however long they live. You hear me? So you sit there waiting for a glass that don't break. Even bulletproof glass, if they stay there long enough and boop, 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 it going damage. So you stay there, they gonna have to fix it back. So you stay there, think that everything going, gotta work. Life is about working. You never stop work. Even when you find your husband or find your wife, you never stop work to keep that person around you. Because you're constantly learning your partner. Even when you marry your partner, that's when you discover even their childhood, what their childhood was like. You know? If I have a woman who talk like you, I would love to be satisfied. You won't satisfy all the time, but you will be majority of the time. I need a wise woman. You will find a wise woman. There are plenty of wise women out there. But they themselves scar just like you scar. You gotta remember that. You have a lot of wise women out there. I'm gonna tell you no lie, you have a lot of wise women out there. Man, if you want to know a woman, start have conversation. Don't ask them their personal business in first and foremost. Start have a real conversation, just random topic. How you see them out in nature, especially if you're single, you go out in nature. You go at a bar, wherever you go to meet somebody. And you go there, just have random conversation with people. You know? And just have an open mind. Sometimes they gonna say something and it gonna sound insulting, but remember you're determined to find what is yours. Sometimes those insults is to see the kind of person you are. If you can stand the test of them, you will win them over. You hear so many men say, hey, my wife wasn't playing with me, you know. But boy, I'm telling you, it wasn't easy. But look at us now, 50 years, 60 years. Look at those love stories. You will hear those love stories. And trust me, you gonna hear those love stories. Look at these people that married. You think because they're married and you see them today living, loving, holding hands, you think all the time they hold hands? Let them be mad. You ain't gonna see no hands. And then when you married, sometimes you tell your partner, even if we have any discrepancy at home, when we go out in the public, we won't show those kind of stuff. Because they want the world to see you differently. Is all woman crazy? No. Some women are silent crazy. You will know. But not all women are crazy as in showing who they are. Some people don't show their personality. And that's what affects them sometimes. Because they don't show you, they don't show who you are. When you don't show who you are, it affect you later. And then you wish you were crazy. Now you're gone to crazy world, you can't come back. You know much a woman who never been crazy, nice, peaceful and quiet, never been crazy, and then somebody turned them to be crazy. Because now they feel like they've been affected by a whole lot. You know what I mean? So you gotta be careful, family. And remember now, no one size fit all. Cause someone love their crazy woman because they know nobody can mess with their woman. I tell you that for now. Some man in a heartbeat will marry a crazy woman, especially if they have good tolerance level. They will marry a crazy woman because they know nobody can mess with their woman. And I mean, that woman ain't no pushover. That woman can stand up for herself. But it's when you marry that woman and she can stand up for herself, everything. If you there work, honey, my neighbor said this, honey, my neighbor said this, come, then you married a headache. This woman said this, you can't stand up for yourself. Come, honey, come, put yourself in somewhere so you could go to jail. And then I could go into somebody else's arm. Come, honey, come. So you look at life in you can take a negative situation and look at it positively. And then you can, if you want, you can continue to look at it negatively. Because when you say crazy woman don't mean that the woman is out there behaving badly. It just means that the woman have zero tolerance for crap. That's all that means. It means you have zero tolerance for crap. And it's a good luck to those strong men who many crazy with crazy, but they're good now. The woman find their people. The man find who he was looking for. That woman no longer crazy. But in the beginning, to reach to her, she gonna be crazy. Because she been through hurt. Remember when you been through hurt, family, you gonna have a little craziness in you because you're not gonna go back the same way you were when you just meet somebody when everything was good. Like when you just boyfriend and girlfriend and everything was good. As somebody make you the way you are sometimes. Because the way they treat you, you never expect that. And you were loving these persons and caring for them, doing everything for them, and they treat you so bad. Come on now. But anyway, family, we're not going to stay any longer. Chatterbox here chatting for so long. But I want to say thank you all for who tuning in and everything. And remember, one size don't fit all, family. Take the time to work on you so you can work on anything in your life that is bothering you. And if you're a person who don't communicate with other people, like about what you're going through, or if you don't have no close friends and family to talk to about what you're going through, seek nature, listen to some music, go for a bike ride. It's summer now, you know what I mean? Do what your best, cooking, whatever you want to do. Time too hot now, go to the beach, do whatever you can do to get yourself back on track so that whatever you want to attract, it will come. But you got to work on you. If you're broken, and everybody broken differently. If you're broken in whatever area, you gotta work on you so you can come back bigger and better and stronger. You know what I mean? And know that another thing you have to also know as human being, the world doesn't revolve around you, you know what I mean? So you gotta work on you to be you. Continue work on you. Because sometimes we're looking at other people and we're pointing fingers, but the truth of the matter is we need to reflect on us. You know, Reflect on how your day was. Reflect and see if you were being unkind to others, and ask God for forgiveness so He can lead you for the rest of the week or the days ahead of you, however long you in this world, because this world don't promise to no one. And see how best you can work on you. Ask Him for guidance, ask Him for direction. I feel like black woman broke me. You say you feel like black woman broke you. Oh, hush, I'm sorry, but as a black woman like myself, I can tell you we are very powerful people, very powerful, and some of us we have zero tolerance for the crap that is coming at us. And then you know what too? I think a lot of men that just call for sometimes when you lie to a woman, you have some woman know when a man lie to them, know from head to toe when a man lie to them, and those men will make woman become vice to us. Even woman will make man become vice to us because they're in their head thinking that they were honest with you, but you weren't honest with them too. That can cause conflict in relationships. You know what I mean? That will cause a heck of a conflict in relationships. So you gotta learn to fight, man. And don't give up, family. If you're out there, don't give up. Whatever you're seeking, whatever you're looking for, work on you first. And it doesn't matter if you're looking for the black woman, the white man, the black man, whatever you're looking for, work on you first. If you are broken, start working on you. Write down the things that you heard your exes say to you before that you say you don't want in the next relationship you're gonna have. You don't want to be cussing at nobody. You don't want to be popping at the mouth at nobody. You just want a nice, peaceful relationship. Start work on the things that was affecting you in your previous relationship, and how you can move forward with things that you want now. And if you don't talk to people, go into nature. Mother Nature is always there. The beach, you hear the breeze, lay down on the sand, think about life, think about your future. If you want a family or don't want a family, you get the ample time to be by yourself and think about life. Just make sure you reach out if your parents is around, your friends, your siblings. And so if you can trust them and tell them, hey, I'm at this park here, I'm just chilling for now, I'll be home in the next hour or so. All right, so make sure you let somebody aware of where you at. Make sure it's somebody you can trust. All right? And then when you're leaving, you wait till you reach halfway home, then you tell them you're home. You're on your way home. Because that means you would already left. You know what I mean? I know, go with the flow, family. But anyway, we're not gonna stay any longer. So thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for stopping by, and I hope this can help somebody. If we work on us first, you know what I mean. The finger pointing is gonna help in one way, but it's not gonna help you all the way because yeah, we have to take accountability for our sins, our actions, the way we do things too in life. Okay, it's not just one person. Okay. All right. So anyway, what good family, have a blessed morning. And bless up to each and every one. And thanks for the communication. Thanks for the chat. And just hope you find what you're looking for. But just keep going on. And as I said, go out in nature, enjoy yourself. All right. For everybody who is not a person who to tell people your business, go out in nature. Do what you can do. Gardening, whatever. And that's where you talk to your father about. Until then, walk good. Have a blessed day. Peace out. Bye bye.